Thanks for sticking around until the concert band. Earlier you heard the junior high band made up of our 7th and 8th graders. Here we have concert band made up of grades 9 through 12. These are some mature musicians in this band. They play very mature music. We just got back from our Section 6A contest down in Morris, Minnesota last week. Around the same time that our varsity girls basketball was on their way down to state, we were on our way down to Morris for a day, and we performed very well. These guys did very well down at Morris. So, good job, you guys. Yeah, give them a round. Anyway, I'll talk more about how great all these guys are later on. But a few things about the music. The piece that you just heard was a piece, an arrangement by James Swearingen, of a piece called March of the Belgian Paratroopers, which was originally composed by a Belgian composer named Pierre Leemans. Now, Pierre Leemans fought in both World War I and World War II. And back when he was serving in World War I, I think his sergeant knew that he was a composer, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to write a march for us?" And he was like, "Sure, I'll write a march." And so he started writing this march, but then the war got really busy. So he never was able to finish it. Then World War II happened, and we're like, "Hey, did you start writing a march back in World War I?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think I have the notes to it." And then he finished writing the march. It only took him 2 world wars to get it all finished. Our next piece is a little less warlike, although depending on how it sounds to your ears, you may disagree, is a wonderful piece called Acclamations by Ed Huckabee. And if we're thinking of acclamations as like saying something very strongly and very confidently, I think you'll agree with that. Acclamations. Thank you again. We've got one more for you this evening, but first I need to give a whole bunch of thank yous. First of all, I gave him a little bit of a shout out earlier to Mr. McNamara in the booth for getting all the sounds and lights running. I have a whole other list of people, so hold your applause until the end. I will mention that I am very new to this building. I think this is like week 7, week 8 that I've been here, working here at WCA. It's been fun. So I'd like to thank a whole bunch of people who made that whole process go really smooth. I would like to thank our principal, Nate Wood, who is in the audience tonight, I believe. Our superintendent, Mr. Brownlow. The list could go on. Jennifer Nye, Miss Jennifer Nye, our choir teacher, who has done a lot of work helping me fix some of my mistakes and offering advice and being a good friend just down the hall. I'd also like to thank Chad Norenberg and the custodial staff for all of the work that they've done making sure that this whole place is up and running, operational, for setting up the shelves to make sure that we can do what we can do here. So to all of those people and many more, thank you. Oh yes, and also to Marissa Sabelik and the whole Boosters staff. You guys are amazing. I look forward to working with you guys a lot more in the future. So thank you to all those people. One final thank you to these people on stage. and these people with instruments in the audience. These guys have been really good sports this past year. Like these guys have been through a lot. Like what with losing their old director and this whole kind of transition period for half a semester, where Miss Nye and Miss Storm, who used to be the director in this district, picking up a good bit of the slack and keeping the program running, and also for the amount of patience that you guys have shown to me in my first weeks here, and the many, many, many mistakes that I've made within these past 2 months, some of which I made just this evening. So thank you for being very patient with me. You have some awesome students in your friends and family. These are awesome people. So yeah, give them a shout out. Thank you to all of you. All right, before I get too sappy, we have one more. This last piece was also on our list for contest. This is Encanto by Robert W. Smith. We are about to go on a journey, and it will be magical. Thank you again for coming out this evening.